Hi, Bug Monster Mitch to do a quick video. This will be quick. The reading update, and that's pretty much it. I haven't read that much. I haven't done that much this week, honestly, and you know, biggest reason is my pain level has been increasing. I come on here and tell you within videos that you know I'm in a lot of pain, and that's true. So like I always ask, um, just be patient. The content will come. Just maybe a little more sporadically than other creators may, you know, put out videos or whatever. Uh, I do post on the community board every now and then. I did maybe 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago. So, and the last thing I did post on there was it's gonna be a year this coming week. I started the channel up, Bug Monster. So if there's anything whatsoever that any of you out there want me to talk about or want to hear more about, or hey, maybe you don't care for a topic that I've talked about, a number of times, let me know. Um, and I will consider those comments. Please, as always, let's not be rude with each other. Let's keep it civil, you know, keep it nice, and all that. But I started out this video saying it would be a reading update. So reading right now, I didn't read that much all week. I did read a couple of pages of The Stand by Stephen King, my hardback edition that I have. I'm still in chapter one, at the tail end of chapter one, maybe page 7 or 8. I believe the first chapter ends on page 10, 11, something like that. So I'm near the end of chapter one, which is very minimal page count wise, because The Stand is 1,100 pages at the very least. At least my hardback edition is at least 1,150 pages, give or take. So yeah. Um, Other than that, reading, I did read quite a good bit today, or not really a whole lot. It's just I read chapters 12 and 13, I believe, of our chat box, off and on. Today I read chapter 12. I started chapter 12 not long after I got up today, and I noticed after I finished chapter 12, chapter 13 wasn't very long, maybe a page and a half or so. So I just went ahead and read that also. As far as writing, I do have a little bit of a writing update, because, I talk about that every so often on this channel. I do intend on writing something and getting it published. Right now, I'm hopefully working on a trilogy. Unfortunately, I did have a little over 1,000 words, maybe 1,200 to 1,300 words written in a document. Unfortunately, time went on and I wasn't pleased with it. So I deleted it and started from scratch. And that's unfortunate that I wasn't pleased with it enough to going. The fortunate part is that hopefully now I can get a better grasp, build the world and the characters and everything like that, and make it, to my liking, to where I'll eventually feel okay, or, good enough releasing it to the world, to all of you to read and enjoy, and, all that. So that will take time, and that's it with that. Really, other than that, I played a little bit of Diablo 3. I jump around from game to game when the mood strikes. Just and I watched a couple of episodes of Dexter, the original series Dexter from the Showtime network. Like I said, I purchased that after my birthday. I purchased the original series and New Blood in a combination pack, something like that, for a reasonable price. It was under $50, maybe $45, give or take, after tax. So that's where I'll end the video here, and as always, thank you for subscribing, thank you for commenting, thank thank you for watching. Just all around, thank you. This has meant the world to me. You don't even understand or know. I'm sure I'm not the first, you know, YouTube personality come on here and say that, but it takes a lot for us to sit in front of a camera and just talk. And it's more than just talking. It's uh talking and then talking to the camera and then putting ourselves out there, putting the video out on the internet, but essentially putting yourself on, you know, out there and just hoping for feedback of any kind, hopefully positive, of course, but really any kind, just something to let me know, let us know that, hey, we hear you, here's what we think about what you're talking about, kind of thing. So it has been, you know, a lot more positivity than negativity. And, I thank you for that. Because honestly, there was one comment, I don't even know who it's from, or I wouldn't say anyway. If I did remember, that commenter's name, and I won't even divulge what it was about, but based on that one comment, I was struggling, you know, with myself to say, hey, that's it, I'm throwing in the towel. But I kept going, and here it is, pretty much a year later. I mean, that was fairly early on in the channel's upcoming. So, just thank you for the positivity and the likes, the views, the comments, everything. Um, I'll shut this off now, like I usually do, saying, love each other, yourselves, and God bless, man. That's all I can say. God bless. Bye. I'll talk to you soon.